What's up, guys? Today I'm going to be doing a bike check of my bike. I actually made this earlier, but there's a giant smudge on the GoPro lens and it completely messed with the video quality, so I had to redo it. It was during the daytime too, and it was nice and bright and the colors weren't skewed, but now everything's going to look weird because I'm using my porch lights. But, oh well. So yeah, I'm going to start off with the frame. So for a frame, I'm running the Fit Benny Lewis signature frame. It's full chromoly, that 4Q baked stuff that S&M does. This one, I think it's 2011 frame actually. This one's a bit older. Um, Top and down tube gussets, mid bottom bracket, tapered seat and chain stays, removable brake mounts. It's got this tapered seat tube. Hopefully you guys can see that. It right here it gets smaller. It actually kind of sucks because you have to chop your seat post all hell to be able to fit the thing in there, which is really annoying, but oh well. Um, it's a really lightweight frame, but it's actually surprisingly sturdy also. Um, and it's really responsive. It's got a 21, or no, it's got a 20 and a half inch top tube length, and I think like a 12.9 to 13.2 inch chainstay length on it. Just really short. This frame's really snappy, really quick, really easy to turn around. And I think the head tube's also a 76 degree. It's a really steep head tube, which I really like. I love the geometry on this bike. I like how short it is. A lot of people now are running really long frames. I can't stand it. I like the really short frame. I like to be able to just whip the thing around like crazy and with ease. So yeah, and quality wise the frame hasn't cracked or anything, so it's still good. I've had it for a good year now. um, and then my grips, these are kink grips. I don't know which kind. I got them from a friend of mine. He bought new grips for his wife's bike, and he let me have these. These were the old ones off of it. I needed new grips. These things really suck. They're actually like really uncomfortable, and they gave me a blister on the inside of my thumb. But they're better than nothing. They were better than what I had. I had some proppers on here that were really old, and they would just like spin all the time, and they had holes in them and stuff. And they really sucked. So this is better than what I had. King Clytus bar ends. They've just got this. They're kind of cool. They got this little bolt thing in here that pushes against the outside of the bars to hold them in. Um, Kink Grizzly handlebars. They're 9 inches tall. They're originally 30 inches wide, but I cut them down to 28 because they were just too wide. Pretty good bars. I've had them for quite a while now, but I believe the right hand side is bent down a little bit, which isn't a big deal. I'm just going to keep running them as long as I can. I can't notice it while I'm riding, so I'm just going to keep using them. And then the other thing bad about them is that they're starting to get pinched down here. The knurling on them isn't very good, so they kind of slip, so you really got to tighten them down, and they're starting to get pinched a little bit. But they're still going kind of strong, so I'm going to run them as long as I can. The stem is a Madeira front load. I don't know which model it is. I actually had to buy this thing at Ray's Indoor Park. If you're from the Cleveland area, you know what I'm talking about. I had an S&M Enduro, and the back bolt, one of them was stripped out completely. I'd already retapped it and put a new bolt in it once, and I was running with one bolt back here, and then while I was at Ray's, one of the it's got like that split plate on the top, one of them actually cracked while I was there, so I ended up just buying a new stem while I was there, and this was the best one I could find that actually wasn't some weird color that actually matched my bike, and it's been a really good stem so far. My headset, I don't know what it is. I think it's like made by some brand called Token. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they do, but it works. I needed a new headset because one of my bearings in the bottom went out, and this was at the bike shop for next to nothing. It was like 15 bucks for an integrated headset, so I grabbed it. Works good, not too special. Forks are S&M Pitchforks. This is the standard version. There is the XLT, which is a little bit lighter and tapered in the bottom. But the standard pitchfork was a little bit lighter, or a little bit cheaper, and I would rather spend less for the stronger fork than pay more for the lighter and not quite as strong fork. So I figured I would just buy these. Pitchforks are really, really good forks, especially the standard ones like this that don't have the taper on the bottom. They'll last forever. I'm hoping this will be like one of the last pairs of forks I ever have to buy. So Yeah, really nice forks, really solid. When you land on a jump or something, on some forks you kind of it doesn't feel as solid. These things are really solid, really good forks. Um, Front wheel is Primo N4FL front hub. I actually bought a bike off a kid on Facebook so that I could get this hub off of it. Um, Complete bike. I ended up selling the bike for more than I bought it for anyway after I took the part off of it that I wanted, because this hub matched my rear. I didn't feel like spending the money on a brand new one. Um, Brand new Primo spokes, and then it's wrapped with it's Revenge aftermarket rim. I don't remember what the name of the rim. This isn't one of the stock fit rims. This is actually an aftermarket rim, um, made by Revenge. I don't know what model it was. The bike shop had them. They looked good for a while, even though now the chrome is starting to peel off and pit and all kinds of crap. It really sucks. They did a terrible job of chrome plating them, but I wanted to return them and get new ones, but I don't feel like messing with that now, so oh well. They still look kind of good from a distance at least, so. And all the stuff on the back peeled off because it breaks, so we're pretty much good. Um, Bullet valve caps because I'm cool like that. Aaron Ross tires. These are the old keyboard ones. He's got a new one out now. These are the original ones. Um, they're pretty decent tires. They're still really sticky. They're about a year old. They grip really good. They're a little bit heavy, but they still work good. I don't feel like replacing them until they're completely bald. They've lasted me a really long time. There's still plenty of tread on them, even though the top's starting to get a little bit bald. They rolled really nice, and they look cool. And it's kind of cool because you don't see them anymore because he's got the new one out. Nobody really has them anymore, which is, it's kind of cool to see them. Um, of course, when I was like starting, these tires came out, like his whole keyboard thing with the orange soda bike came out about the time I really started to get into BMX, and like I was just obsessed with the bright orange bike and the tires that came on it, and that was kind of why I bought these originally anyway, was because they're cool. So yeah, good tires, a little bit heavy, but if you get the folding ones, they're lighter. But I got the standard ones because I didn't want to pay another $10. So yeah, um, seats. It's a Odyssey tripod seat. I don't remember which model it is, and then a fly post. Not much to say about it. The tripod setup's pretty cool. Um, Nice and light. Had to chop it super short so it fit in this frame. Sits really close to my back tire. That's just because this frame's really short. Um, Tree pedals. These are another part I had to buy at Ray's. Um, Actually, I didn't have to. I actually just needed new pedals, and I saw these, and they looked cool, and they were like I think $30, so I bought them. Unsealed alloys, really good pedals. I've had these for quite a while. They've held up really well. If you're looking for a good set of alloy pedals that are unsealed, I don't remember what model these are, but these are really good pedals. I've been super happy about them. I am really picky about my pedals, um, and these haven't started to bother me at all. The pins hold up pretty well. This one's starting to get a little bit worn out. In fact, I broke one off right there, but they're still really good, really grippy pedals, really comfortable. So I've been really happy with those. Cranks are kink pillars. These are probably my second favorite part on this entire bike. These cranks are so burly. They've got this giant gusset on the inside of the crank arm to stiffen them up and make them less likely to crack or whatever, and make them flex, make it so they don't flex as much. Really cool cranks. Two-piece, which is also really cool. Save a little bit of weight. Not that it matters. These things are heavy. 22 mil spindle. So these are pretty much some of the strongest cranks on the market right now. I'm really happy with them. I actually got these because a buddy of mine is a supplier for I can't remember what it's called, but one of the brands that he gets through his supplying is or he's a dealer. He deals with like kink stuff, and I got these through him. These are really awesome cranks, and of course I got them for a discount, which is also really cool. Really happy with these. That's also how I got the kink handlebars on there. That's also how I got the sweatshirt I'm wearing. So, yeah, I kind of like kink stuff anyway, so it's pretty cool. Bottom bracket, I have no idea what it is. It's pretty much a mix of different stuff that I had laying around. Sprocket is a Sunday knock sprocket. I've had this thing for quite a while now. It's been on a few different bikes of mine. Traded an Odyssey Chase Hawk sprocket for this actually. And this is a really good sprocket, really durable. As you can tell, I've smashed on a few things from time to time. Does a good job of protecting the chain, doesn't bend obviously, but the only thing that sucks about it is that it has a hard time clearing cranks. So I actually had to grind the guard down a little bit right there, and then excuse me, and then I put a spacer inside here where the sprocket bolts at, and then I flip the adapter backwards just to push it out a little bit, and it clears fine. Looks really cool on here. I love the finish on it and everything, so it's a really good sprocket. Just doesn't always fit cranks. Shadow Supreme chain. I just bought this thing not too long ago. I usually buy a new chain about every year, so it's a good chain, really solid, runs nice. It's actually needs to be greased again, but really good chain. I've been pretty happy with it so far. I did have a pin pop out of it one day, but which wasn't a big deal. It was probably my fault it happened in the first place, from putting it together wrong. So yeah, good chain. The only issue with it was that it didn't clear the guard on my sprocket, but after a while it like ate little grooves into the sprocket guard, so it doesn't make weird noises anymore. And then I got the back wheels, so same tire, same rim, same spokes as the front. I got a Colt guard on it. My pegs I didn't go over. They're just Odyssey J pegs. Not much to say about them. They're pegs. They're chromoly. They do grinds. And the guard's been pretty good to me. It's a really beefy guard that Colt made. It's for their hub, but it fit the Remix hub pretty well too. So, and then the rear hub. I love this hub. I've had this thing for so long. It is a Primo Remix, just the standard one with the male axle. Double sprung and completely dry. This thing screams everywhere I go. I love it. I think right now I got a bearing somewhere. The outside bearing next to the hub guard's about to blow out, or it's already blown, but it still rolls nice. It's just that one bearing, so I'm going to keep running it for now. And then that's pretty much it. And I forgot to mention the size of these tires. I think these are 2.1s. They're not very wide, but you know, you don't really need wide tires. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Weight wise, it is about 26 pounds. It's a little bit heavier because the pegs and some of the parts I picked, the sprocket, the cranks and stuff. But it's a really solid bike. This bike is super dialed. I love riding this thing. It spins super easy. Like 360s on this bike are so easy because of how short it is and the geometry setup. So yeah guys, that is my bike check. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.